guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a assembly video. We're putting together the Simply Tidy Modular Mobile Chest. This one I got from Michael's, and it is a great alternative to one of the IKEA furniture, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure what that one is called, but if you have been around YouTube and you've been looking at these type of furniture pieces, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. If you know what the name is, feel free to comment down on the link to help other people out in case they don't know. But it is a very popular piece in IKEA, so I'm sure you can easily find it. Some other things here is the reason why I got it. So the reason I got it is because I needed some more storage space in my workroom, and this is going to be beautiful just because it has hidden drawers. I don't like things kind of like sticking out and poking out too much. I like everything a little bit more hidden, more simplified, and so this is going to be wonderful for that factor. Some other things about this is they also sell a tabletop for this, so if you have two of them, or you can put it together with other pieces that gets the same height, you can actually put a table across so it becomes like a desk. Very, very cool idea. The only thing I have heard about the desk is just the two rivets that show on the top. So that's the only thing that people complain about. However, I'm not really bothered about that. I'm probably going to have stuff on top of the table anyway, so it doesn't really bother me at all. So let's go ahead and get started with some facts or just some data on this product here. So first thing is that it does have 5 drawers, as you can see. The way you open it, there's like a little kind of like opening here you can put your hands through. They are locked in place drawers, so what that means is that you can't take them out. You can have the option of taking them out if you don't put in the last step where it's going to lock it, but if you put in the last step, it does lock it, so you can't pull the whole drawer out. I love that just because sometimes you get drawers that fall out and it's like you pull it out and the whole thing just comes off. Really, there's nothing more frustrating than that, and then everything falls out of it. Other things about it is it does have 4 wheels. You can have 2 wheels that is going to be lockable, so you can put that in the front or the back. I don't know if the standard is in the front or the back. I just put it in the front because the picture had it on the front. But you can definitely put it in the back if you're not planning on using it and you don't want that little extra piece to stick out if it bothers you. Other things, let's look at size. So the size is going to be 16 inches by 16 inches by 24 inches. So it's going to be 24 inches high, 16 inches deep, 16 inches wide. That makes it actually fit with any of the other modular pieces, which are, I believe they have like cubes and all the other stuff. Really cool stuff. You can put it together. I think I might start building it a little bit more in the future. So I did get a couple other things as well. So I have some scissors to open the box up. I also have some drill. This one is a DeWalt drill, and you can use a hand screwdriver as well. The other thing I have is also a hair tie. So the hair tie is just to keep my hair out of the way, just for safety measures. So if you have long hair like me, make sure you have a hair tie on while you're using any type of power tools. So let's go ahead and open this box up. So let's go ahead and get started. You have all the pieces labeled on the first page, and then the second page is going to be your actual instructions. We're going to start from step number 1. So step number 1 and 2, actually, we're going to be working with the side boards, which is going to be A and B. So let's go ahead and take that out. We're also going to be needing the pieces of, it looks like, number 3 and number 4 as well. For the screws, we're using 5 and the little wooden rivet, wooden pieces, which is number 1. So let's go ahead and get started with that. Alright guys, so first thing you're going to do is lay everything out. I always lay everything out when I build something just because it makes it a lot easier to find things. It makes the process a little bit faster. And I kind of just put them in piles as I'm taking them out of the box. Excuse my mess here. Just had some troubles taking that like plastic pieces out. But let's start with some pieces here. So we have like sideboards, backboards, and the front board for all of the drawers. This is the base. We also have the backboard for the entire piece, the top and bottom, and then the sideboards. And then this is a structural board that's inside. We also have some wheels here. So the wheels, like I said, we have two that has the locking mechanism, and then the other two does not. They are plastic, so it's not like the sturdiest, but like I said, this is just for my workroom, and honestly, I'm not looking for anything like super permanent anyway, so it won't really hurt my bank if something happens and I end up selling it or trashing it. Other things here, we have all of the little screws and nuts and bolts and all that stuff. So we have little ones, big ones. These ones are fun because they lock each other in, so you put this in and then you can lock pieces in with the other part. We also have the little wooden pieces. They are numbered to help you throughout the instructions. And then these are the sides for the drawers. So they are not metal, so just keep that in mind. You can't be like storing bricks in these compartments. They won't be able to hold very well. As far as weight wise, they're a little bit more limited based off of the plastic pieces here. But from what I see with the finished product, it is very sturdy, so I'm not really worried about the stuff I'm putting in there. Let's get started with actually building it. Alrighty, so we have this all laid out. Fun fact for you guys, make sure you guys actually lay it out just like the picture. It actually makes it a lot easier to find where all the holes are, especially if it's a piece with a lot of like little its and bits everywhere. So we're going to start with the plastic pieces. It looks like we're going to put them in to the bigger holes. There's like little plastic rivets here. We just stick it in there. And what happens is, let's see here, it looks like this is the line where the backboard's going to go. So we're going to have the rounded part towards the other side. So the rounded part is not going to be facing the line. So let's do that. Now the good thing about these is that the holes are spaced out, not, doesn't look like they're spaced out fully evenly. Well, it's kind of foolproof. So if you do it the other way, it would actually stick out. So this is kind of like a no-brainer. You're not going to be able to mess this one up. But we're going to go ahead and stick these plastic pieces in. And next piece we're going to need is the screws to put it in. So we need number 3. So I have baggie number 3, and we're going to screw it all in. And I like to work in a assembly line type of deal. So I would just put it all into the spots before screwing them down. Alright, so once that piece is screwed in, it looks like the next part is to use the number 5, which is the longer one with like the locking mechanism in it after. So it looks like I will need 4 of these. So it actually tells you exactly how much you need. And then I would need 12 of the wooden ones as well, it looks like. So here's one over here. There's another one over here. Here's another one. Just to make sure you guys don't put it in the wrong hole, it's going to be the one with that you can see a little bit of like that brown baseboard coming through. Alright, and then I'm going to do the little wooden pieces. Alright. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have 2 on each side. So just gotta make sure we don't put it on the one with the hole. It's gonna be the one next to it. those pieces are in, I'm going to screw these ones in. So next we have step number 3. We have these C and D, and then we're going to be attaching the same things we were just attaching as well. And we'll also be doing number 4, where we'll be attaching F and then A and B together. Okay. So we are going to go ahead and place these in here. So all of those are on. I'm going to set that one aside. And it looks like next one we're going to be doing is using F, and we're going to be putting that together. Starting with A side, it looks like I'm going to have, let's do this one first. The holes are facing the larger area, and it is facing towards the shorter side, so it should be like this. Holes facing the larger area. And then next thing we have to do, I'm going to flip this around so you guys can see it, is we have to take the little cap. We're going to put the cap in, make sure the ridge is going to be open where that little, the top of the little nail thing is. Up the other way. Don't do it backwards, guys. There you go. And tighten that up. There you go. That one's tightened. And then next for this one, the top one is going to be facing this way, I think. Well, it's going to be facing the inside. It's definitely going this way. Again, this piece is going to be open to fit, so it's going to fit perfectly in there. There you go. So that's tight. That is on there. So next we're going to pop this piece on there. I'm going to try to scoop this up and match the holes. I personally like to do these like laying down like this. So that way we can really pair them in there. Just smack them in there, and they're in place. There you go. That one is in there. So next we're going to place D onto the side that has a piece against the edge, and then after that we will slide E through and have the actual piece standing up. So that is going to be D, and I'm going to make sure that this piece is on the side. Everything looks pretty on there. Now we're going to put the other side. See here, we're going to put this one in there. So let's flip this around for you guys to see. Now this is a sticker, so I like to face it the other way. All the way down. Sometimes you gotta budge it a little bit just because it doesn't fit all the way sometimes. Alrighty, and then next it looks like we're putting the other top in, and then we're gonna be putting in the wheels. The wheels are pretty easy to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that done. Next step after that is going to be for the drawers. So it shows you exactly what you need here. And you're gonna be putting all the pieces together. So I'm gonna be making each drawer, and it'll be kind of like an assembly line. So we're going to have all the locks in the front. Alright guys, so my phone died in the middle of making one of the drawers, so I'm going to actually make them on camera on my phone instead. So I already have one made, so you can see that right there, and I'm going to show you guys how to make more. So you're going to need I believe this is the side, this one's not labeled for some reason. Let's grab ones that are labeled. So we have H, and then we have I. We have H and I, and we also need a K as well. So we're going to start with, let's see here. So the K's have 2 holes here, and then we have to match them up with this. However we match them, this line needs to be joined together for the baseboard to go through. So let's see here. This one is where the holes are, so it's probably like this actually. So I'm going to place it like so on my knee. Alright, so how I do this is I actually balance it with my knee, and then I take 2 of these screws and I plop it in to kind of like get it in position a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and screw it down. I'm not sure if I can do this with the phone, but I'm going to try to really kind of do it. So here's the 2 holes. And we have this matching, so line on the bottom, plop them together, balance it with my knee, and then I'm going to screw it in. We just have to slide the baseboard in. The baseboard is skinnier one way than the other. We're going to put it in with the wider side down first. Excuse my messy room in the background, by the way. Alright, so finally got it through. I just needed 2 hands for this, but once it slides down, so you have to kind of like budget a little bit on the bottom corner to get it into the groove. Once it's in, you'll see that this is a lot smaller and it won't stick out as much. Last piece for this is going to be putting on the top. So the top you need to prepare. You prepare this by putting the metal piece here and the metal piece on the other side, and then we have 2 wooden pieces over here, 1 wooden piece here and another wooden piece right here. So let's go ahead and screw those in. That is screwed in. All we have to do is just fit this in. I'm going to match the hole and then plop it down. So I usually just give a big whack and then it'll be in there. So now on the other side, you have these little circles. So we're gonna put our little lockers in there. So the ridge needs to put over here. Sorry about nails, guys. I'm gonna put the ridge in there. We're gonna screw it in. And there you have it. You have another drawer done. So I have 3 more to go. So I'm going to go ahead and do that one off camera, and I will show you guys when it's done. Alright guys, so we have all the drawers done. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to go ahead and install this into the actual piece. And some other things here I want to mention is that we have number 10 here. These are the little stoppers for the drawers. So I'm going to go ahead and roll this on around. Where is the hole? Okay, here it is. So let's start with first drawer. So the first drawer is we're gonna slide the ridge in through the plastic piece here. All right, I finally got it in. So we're gonna slide it. Partially in. So as long as this hole is past this ridge, you're fine. You can go ahead and plop it in there. I'm gonna grab a piece of the number 10. So we're gonna put this in. And I don't think this one's just gonna go in on its own. I think you have to put a little bit of force on there. Don't have a hammer handy, but I'm just gonna use the back of this on there. There you go. Looks like that's pretty in there. Let's test it. Yep, it's in there. So there's the first drawer. Go ahead and put on the rest of them. And I just kind of start from the bottom and just like work my way up there. Alrighty, so here is the completed built unit here. We have the drawers. They slide all the way open and they hold. They do have these little cover caps that you can plop in on them as well. So that's what number 12 is for. It wasn't on the instructions. I didn't see it at least, but I'm assuming that's what this is for. You probably have to hammer it on there. I'm not too sore about it, so I'll probably do it later. But, oh, there you go. There you go. So you just press them on there and it just kind of covers that metal piece to make it look a little bit more finished. I do like that little touch. I don't think I did it on the other unit that I built yet. We also have these two caps here for number 11. That's to go on top of the two holes up here. However, I'm going to be adding a table unit on top of this. I'm not sure if I'll be connecting the units or not. Either I will be connecting them or I'm just going to place it on top. But I'm thinking I might just connect them. If not, I might just cover it with this instead. So we're going to take a look at the table and see how that works. Aside from that, we have a lot of other pieces here. I think this is to like connect the two pieces together as well. So basically you'll have this piece sticking out. So when you have the two pieces together, I'm guessing maybe that's how that works. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that's how that works. So I'm going to stick these in here and roll this back over to the workroom. Alright guys, so just to kind of show you guys what is going on here, excuse the mess. This is just what it looks like when you make craft for a living. But we have a couple things here. So like I said, I mainly got these to raise the wires for the bunny. That is Thea, by the way. She is a little baby bunny. She's about 8 weeks old now. And she is going to be a free roam bunny. So I know the cage is small right now. Please don't tell me anything about that. She does have her cage open usually. It's just right now we're doing lots of heavy moving and stuff. Last thing I need is a bunny right under something when I drop it. So we're not going to do that. But other things here is we have these two units. So what's going to happen is we're going to add a table across both of them. So that way this bunny cage is kind of just hidden under it. The reason I have that is just because I needed more table space here. This is not the biggest workroom in the world, but I have a lot of stuff going on in here. So once this is finished, I'll probably do like a room tour of my workroom. So we're going to put the top screw and the bottom screw in. So here's the top, here's the bottom. Alright guys, so here is the finished table. I absolutely love it. I have to fix the other side of the room, as you can see. But I absolutely love the space. This is actually a really, really long table. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm going to push this table all the way in or leave it sticking out a little bit. I might just push it all the way in. I originally thought about just like leaving it sticking out, but I kind of like it all the way in a little bit more. I just got to scoot this light a little bit here. because I think that's a little bit better. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys like it pushed in more or sticking out a little bit more. But as you can see, the bunny cage fits perfectly right in the middle. So it gives me a little bit extra space to work on top of my other tables that I have. And then I can actually put a embroidery machine there in the future. So I'm super excited about that. I'm going to go ahead and finish setting up the table so I can show you guys what it looks like. Alright guys, so here is everything put where I need it to be. I absolutely adore and love this unit. It's been very useful, just the extra space and everything. That's kind of like my little charging area. And eventually I'll drill some bigger holes in that box so that way I can actually close the box. That is the plan. Bunny's just chilling in the cage. Excuse the floor. I work with fabric, so a lot of fluff just kind of fall on the floor. But I have like my sublimation printer set up over there. I have my charging stuff, my switches over there, and my iPad charging there. And on top of the cage, I just have like a blanket and my Cricut mats on top of it just for some storage. Think about maybe doing like some sort of storage thing right in the middle. Just because there is that like awkward space right there. But aside from that, absolutely love it. And if people come over and they want to use that table and we want to do like a crafting day or something, I think it's wonderful that I can slide the cage out and they can actually sit there and work there. So I absolutely love the unit. Here is what the finished thing looks like. And thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, comment if you have any questions, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!